I wanted our focus today to be on like some primary stuff, like the date, the time, and confirming the subject of the next birth forum. What I would love, a birth justice forum. What I would love is when we have a time when we're all together in the same room to kind of plan out the year moving forward, you know, so that we have dates that are set and then just, you know, confirm them with the venue, and then we know we have these dates, and then we can start to talk to vendors about the dates. But for today, since we have a little over a half an hour, I just want to just talk about these three things to just get things beginning to be grounded. Does that make sense to everyone? So I wanted to ask you, Zan, about the space, because I remember that it's available during school time, but school is not... during
the summer.
Right. So if we had an August event, would that be... School opens like the third week in August, so maybe we should have a September event? Oakland schools...
September, yes. Let me send a text quickly to Jason and find out for sure.
That would be great. That would help us if we can just set a date, and then we set the date, and then at least Tara can begin to make preliminary reaching out to the vendors who helped us before, letting them know we're having another forum, and we would love to have like people who said yes our very last time.
Okay.
And so we can, like for the Floridex people, get another 3-4 boxes of Floridex and stuff like that.
Right. And I was thinking if we do it like the week or two before school starts, I bet you it will be open. The same place where we had the fair.
Well,
because usually schools are open and having meetings the week or two before school begins.
That's true. And the week right before school starts, though, I'm going to be away at Disneyland.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
The annual Disneyland trip.
I know.
It's biannual now, isn't it?
No, I wish I could afford to do it biannually. I would love to go to Disneyland around Christmas time. I think that would be so much fun.
Oh, that it would.
And they have all the beautiful...
I take Chauncey to Disneyland so badly.
Oh, shoot.
He got the age to do it. My goddaughter and sister has a 6-year-old, and she's like, oh, let's take the kids to Disney World. I'm like, yeah, my child's not going to remember a damn thing. I'm not going to Disney World.
No, 5 is when I start to take kids. 5 years old. And that's when they really start. Jasmine actually started going when she was 4 and a half, almost 5. That's the first time she went. But we should plan that for next year. You can come with us, Tara.
Ooh, fun. Because
we have this group thing, or there's a travel agency. It's online, and we get this super amazing deal, and you can add people on. So next year we'll pray for blessings, and you and Jossie could probably come for like $400 or something. And
I'm determined to take them this year, and I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Period.
But then I will pour blessings on your event. Have you heard from him, Zan?
Oh, no, not yet. Mm-mm.
Okay, so...
I haven't been in contact with them for a little while.
Okay.
I was just doing at Whole Foods yesterday.
Oh, shoot.
Oh?
I wish we had known that.
What was it? Jason? Is that his name? The
guy? Jason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not Whole Foods, Trader Joe's.
So, I was if we're starting in September, it's kind of too late to do immunizations. It's not before school.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
So I was wanting to, so maybe we should have the forum be on circumcision this time.
Or what about a different location, but then we most probably have to pay at a different location.
Yeah, we're trying not to pay. We're trying really hard not to pay.
I think we could still do immunizations if we did it the week or two before. Maybe 2 weeks before school starts.
But people have been registering their kids, and registration starts in August.
Right.
So people have already, I mean, it's not like we can't give out information, but to have the focus and topic be on something that a lot of people have already decided feels like a not successful thing.
Yeah.
Next year, we can see, when we get an answer to this question, and we'll know, next year we'll know what's available and we can plan for earlier. Like I would do, I would do immunizations. We shouldn't even wait to the last minute. I mean, we could do immunizations in the beginning of the year for people who are starting to enroll their kids in school in September.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they have lots of time to think about it.
Yeah, good point.
So that could be like the beginning of next year, we'll plan immunizations, start the year on a scorcher topic of immunizations.
I still think August would be a good month for it. But that's just me.
I mean, really, we could do immunizations every month. You know what I mean? Because there's so much. I mean, parents are always needing to be warned about them or given information about them. You could do a workshop on the waivers that parents can sign.
Yeah.
We could have several forums just on immunizations alone. Just on immunizations. It's crazy. But what's our consensus? I mean, I do want to definitely tap on make time for circumcision because we have amazing speakers who can give people good information, like the young man that came up and spoke during the last fair.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He is really crazily knowledgeable.
He was.
He was
straight from it. I was like, awesome. No.
And he was also very respectful of people's religious choices, which I appreciate.
Exactly.
So that has to happen in anything that I do, but just giving people the basic information why we shouldn't. And I love how he kept it gender neutral. Really, he was like,
right.
I love how he was like, we don't do genital changes on children, period, boys or girls.
Yeah.
And I think addressing it like that will bring people in to really talk about it. So, but what's the consensus about August? I mean, there's three of us, so it's kind of lopsided, but are we feeling okay with doing immunizations this time? Because really, we're going to be planning 3 or 4 of these a year. We can hit all these topics.
Right. I mean, I would honestly still like to see immunizations in August and just even covering just immunizations, what's necessary, if any, if what's not, the realities of it, and waiver information. I think that would be great for August, even if people because a lot of people wait till the last minute to decide that. But that's just me.
No, sweetheart, don't take it.
I think circumcision would be good for maybe another month. Yeah, right. Like I said, right before school starts, then, or even as school is starting. I mean, of course, ideally August is great, and like we're saying, if we don't know if we have a space for sure, then we can't really plan anything just yet. But one topic at a time.
Well, here's a potential compromise. I have to say, I really feel strongly that parents who are on the fence parents who are on the fence, who have already made their decision by the beginning of August, are not going to come because they're not going to deal with the cognitive dissonance of having to change their mind. Human beings just don't do that. They just don't. It's like women that they know their doctor's crazy, but they already have made a commitment, but they won't change. They go to the appointments every time. They feel crazily uncomfortable, but they won't switch the doctor. right? So my feeling about that is I would love to start the year having lots of immunization information available and kind of get those people ready to have already made a decision before August rolls around. August feels too late to me. But what I think might be a good compromise would be to have maybe like the first hour of the forum be quick information about immunization, about the immunization schedule, and a sample waiver forms for people who are interested.
I just got a text from Jason. He says that the FRC is open during the summer, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10 to 12.
Okay, could you ask him about a weekend? Because this has to be, it can't be during the week.
Mm-hmm.
Can you ask him in August? Shoot, let me be clear about when I'm going to this trip.
Well, you're saying it was for larger events. I'm not sure if a forum would be large enough.
The forum will fill up.
They would open on the weekend because he's the one that has to be there.
Well, the forum. I'm sorry. Say that again. The for my.
I don't know if they paid him.
Oh.
For the larger forum that he could be there.
He has.
That he could justify it being open.
My goal is to fill up that room like we did the last time. That's not
okay.
I'm talking about the forum being just in that room, mostly focused on one topic. Although we're talking about adding the immunization information in the beginning.
Okay.
Is that doable? I mean, the forums can be huge. I mean, there are forums that go on for days, but that's not what we're doing. It's semantic because wanting to separate the fair from the forums. But, you know.
Right.
So is it possible to ask him, say that we're going to have an event in September?
On a Saturday?
Uh-huh.
I'm sending him a text right now.
Thank you, babe. Now I need to. Tara, while we're waiting, how do you feel about that compromise proposal there?
Sure, why not?
Cool. And then we can have other forums coming in the rest of the year and into next year that kind of get people ready for next September. Because those folks, I mean, it's scary to me. I mean, there's some people who could get new information and shift quickly, but my experience has been that that's not the majority of people, that once they've decided, they don't want to look back. They don't want to change it.
Right. All right. Ladies, it looks like I'm going to have to stay in the house. My son is already falling all over the floor.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to get you to get up and get going. He's like, okay, it's going to be bedtime soon.
My goodness.
Bedtime soon? Darn it, I really wanted to go to this play.
Beth laid plans.
I know.
Oh.
In that case, I'll just put him to bed and do some meditation or something. I need to center myself. I am so off center. I'm like, I just got popped in the eye with some grease.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like right under my eyelid. Like, yeah, I'm not paying attention, and I'm not, I'm falling apart. Anywho, back to the play. Back to the exciting.
So, what it sounds like, we're waiting to hear back from Jason, and what it sounds like is that the focus is circumcision and something, think about
So I feel like also, I mean, circumcision. Are we catering to, or not catering, but are we trying to focus on the audience being moms to be? Because those are the only ones who are going to be making that decision, as opposed to just educating the population in general, who are then not going to.
It's going to be an informational. It would be an informational panel on circumcision, whether you've had a baby or not.
Right. I just wonder if people who will attend. What is to bring them to attend if they don't, if the topic does not concern them? Is my question.
Well, that is a very good question. I think that, I mean, they have worldwide conferences on circumcision for females and focusing on female genital cutting and mutilation. And so this, I mean, and folks turn out for that, whether they have experienced it, whether they have not experienced it. Actually, it might be interesting. I put a call out because I know Selena had a sub practice focus on providing midwifery care for women who had been genitally mutilated. And maybe we can get one of those women to come and speak as a female. That would draw people. Do you know what I mean? And then the way, I'm setting everybody's name recently, but I love this young man so much, but I know who I'm talking about. The young man who spoke at the last one, he can speak, because he speaks in such a gender neutral way, he can cover both boys and girls, the pitfalls, drawbacks, the medical aspect, the legal aspect, the civil rights aspect for boys and girls.
Right. So he had a lot of knowledge, and he
was brilliant.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard me, but I was hoping that he was single since I was like newly separated. No, I was hoping he was straight. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he is so I think he or one of my other lovely gay intactivist friends just announced his engagement on Facebook. I think it's either him or another sweet, young, brilliant gay man. So I was like, I posted flowers on his wall. I'm like, aw, yay. How cute. I was like, oh, post pictures.
Yeah.
I just love that. I just think like there's just more than enough love for all of us. And I just love, that's why I'm feeling Tara on the skin hunger piece. It's like everybody needs somebody to love. Exactly. And he's such a sweet young man. I've known him for a while now. So, yay, I'll do your wedding. I'll be your officiant. Yay.
Yeah, still waiting on Jason, but what were you saying?
Okay, so I was just carrying on about an engagement announcement. You know me. So I was saying all that to answer your question about who would attend. Does that feel like a solid enough answer?
Yes, I guess I just wonder. I wonder.
You're feeling that people would not show up for it?
Right, unless it was something that, because I mean, of course people want education, but usually, at least for me, if it's educational and what it's going to return to change the decision that I need to make in the near future.
Well, I'm sure that pregnant people will show up, and we're going to market it mostly to pregnant people.
Okay.
I mean, all of our events are mostly for expectant mothers and families. I mean,
right.
But I'm sure this time we're going to get 5,000 flyers and actually get them all out everywhere. And so whoever is interested in the topic is going to show up.
Right. I think I also wanted to find out, too, especially if we're trying to reach out to this community, to find out maybe what they're interested in. Like we could take a poll on this one.
I think
what are some topics you want to hear about?
I think we can do that like at the forum, but there's not enough time. I mean, it's June.
I know, that's what I mean, at the forum.
Oh, yeah. To get I totally agree. Like to pass a sheet around and get,
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I know. I'm also thinking about what I feel the community needs to know, and so it's like breastfeeding is amazingly important.
Right.
And
absolutely.
so
We should definitely have one on breastfeeding.
Absolutely. Breastfeeding, to me, I mean, even the breastfeeding could be.
Ari thinks so too.
Ari's so smart because he's brilliant. That's why. And I mean, breastfeeding could have its own. Again, these are topics that we could be doing events. We could be doing a thing almost every month on all of these topics. So we just have to, let's all think about that and brainstorm a list of topics, as well as ask people, so we can just be really thorough.
I've got one.
Go ahead.
Complementary therapies during pregnancy. So we have acupuncture, the massage, and all the importance of why you should have all these things. Chiropractic.
That's a very good one.
Oh, girls allowed.
What? Who said that? Shasi.
It's little tables of little like a long hat the other day, right? That's his thing.
He's got a boys club with no girls allowed.
Do a little sample of what they offer, and why it's important for women who are with child or even like pre and postnatal, so that moms who are going to have the babies and after they've had them, why it's important to have these therapies.
I totally agree.
Awesome.
We can put that on the list.
It's fighting hard though for a lot of women because there's going to be a lot of lower income women there, and it's not.
We have people who offer sliding scale though, and we can call the practitioners who offer sliding scale and get them in there to speak. And there are acupuncture clinics that charge like $15 a session, and there's acupuncture clinics based on your need that will treat you for free. I have to remember their names, but there's like two. I'll tell you. I will look for it and I'll tell you. There's just like two of them, the community acupuncture centers, where they ask you your income, and it's a sliding scale, and the lowest is 15, but they have slots for people who just need to be treated. So we can get practitioners like those up in there to come and talk, or at least give out the info. People could talk about their practice. Like, we could get like a Lon to talk about chiropractic, and we can get, his whole office has so many great services that could help pregnant ladies.
I think it's any massage therapist.
And there's a massage therapist in his office too, and we have one of the mamas who was on our mamas panel, Monica, is a massage therapist, and the doula.
Yeah.
So we could totally pull that together. Okay. Okay, so here's another thing that just popped into my head as we're talking. It is June, and we're talking about doing something in the beginning of August, and that's another real fire drill to pull a forum off.
Yeah.
So that being the case, I'm thinking we should think of September again, because that's 3 months, is it not?
So Jason was saying that he just got me a text saying that if it's a weekend, that they need to pay the janitorial staff because they need to get in there and turn the alarm off, and he doesn't have clearance to do that just yet. So he needs to get approval in order to say yay or nay. But so he's asking for a date.
Okay, well that's right at the point of our conversation that makes sense. So because we want to make sure that the people have asked to have at least 3 months to get stuff to us and whatnot. Could we pick the first or second Saturday in in September?
September or August? We're saying September?
We're saying September because it's June right now.
Oh, that's right. We're doing the insecticide. Yeah, that sounds good.
Because the vendors were saying they needed more time to get stuff to us, a minimum of 3 months, right?
Right, that is correct.
So actually, even if it's the end of September, will give us that 3 months because we're already at the 24th of June.
Right, so it's a little under 3 months.
Correct. Exactly. Time flies, man. So what's the date for the last Saturday in September? I don't have my calendar right here.
28.
The 28th?
Yeah. And that would work for me.
That's good news. So can we check and see if that works for Jason? He has to go get approval.
Right. So we want to do that day, the 28th?
September 28th, Saturday.
Okay.
And it's, we could do...
Let's put that up there on the calendar so we can...
So we can... You want to do...
Because you're saying he doesn't have it in his budget to pay the janitor, so that's why there's his approval. That might be just for the summer, though. Yeah, I remember he was saying the same last time he had to get approval.
He did get approval because we gave him a date and he had to check and he got back to us. So this is the same as then. And why don't we just, move forward with intention that that's going to be our time? Because he got approval last time, so hopefully he'll get it again.
Right.
And
then do we want to try and do something in December for our next forum? Maybe do December for the vaccinations, December or January?
How's it going to be in December for everybody with holidays and travel and...
Oh, holidays-wise, I'll be in New York most likely.
I think December is usually a funky month because of the holidays. That's why I was thinking January to get on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
February would be great, and while we're planning and talking and inviting the current people,
we can offer them an extension or something.
Right now, we can even decide on another date. That way, we're ahead of time and not having to re-invite people and have them kind of commit now, or at least with regard to the vendors and or donations.
Right.
So even I would say February, just sometime after Valentine's Day, because it's going to be chocolate craziness around that time for me. Well, I'm thinking January might be better in terms of information, and then 3 months later, like if we try and do it like every 3 months. Oh, that's right. In September, we do one in January, and then we'll have the fair in April.
That sounds great. Say that again.
Sounds great. That does sound great. Yeah, do vaccinations in January, and then we'll have the fair in April. So if we do September, we do whatever it is we wanted to do in September, and then we have the one in January for vaccinations, and then we'll have the fair in April, and that will help, not only people with information, but help people plan in terms of the bigger fair.
Exactly. This sounds great.
Yes.
Is it sounding great to you, Sanju?
Yes, no, it sounds amazing. That's perfect.
I
think if we wait till February, it'll be awkward and it'll be too late, and that is a big chocolate month, like you said.
Yeah, and our girls got to go sell some chocolate. Sell some chocolate, my friend.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
This is brilliant. I am so happy. So going back to September's event, I'm thinking forum, we should have it be, I want to do, what was in my mind for everybody's approval is having a 4-hour block of time, which includes the hour to just give them some solid information on immunizations. It's like an hour talk. I could kick that off at the top of my head and give them the information about the immunizations, to give them a copy of the sample waiver and how to fill it out, I can do that relatively quickly.
Nice.
And then move into the forum. We have our speaker. We might get some other folks on there. I have done, well, when I did the birth and baby fairs with Birthways, you know, we can call the holistic practitioners up to talk about it. I know Alon is a big intactivist, huge intactivist. As a man and a chiropractor, he can talk about it. I will reach out and see if we can get a woman who either herself has undergone genital mutilation or someone who serves the population to speak to the concerns for those women and girls.
Wouldn't it be great if we could get Alice Walker to talk? She did that awesome book, Warrior March.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I wonder if she would do that.
You know, I'm willing to bet she would, and even I shouldn't just say she'd do it for free because I don't know, but I'm willing to bet she would. And I don't know how to contact her directly, but I know she's a member of the church. She is
a member of East Bay, but also, I mean, she also has a Facebook.
Oh.
I'm just checking right now to make sure she runs her own Facebook or her management people run her Facebook. Because sometimes, well, either way, if she runs her Facebook, then I could send her an email request. And if her management runs her Facebook, then they can get it to her. She's right here in the Bay Area. The only deal with her would be, you know, whether she's in Timbuktu at the time when we're trying to reach her.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly.
Oh, that's okay. All right. No, she does not. Bummer. Can look around for that. That would be great. I mean, Alice Walker would bring people in just because people want to hear Alice Walker.
Are you kidding me? I'm already making arrangements.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, okay. Woo! Yeah. People would just show up to stare at her and get her signature. And we could, you know, she can come and sell her books and make whatever money she wants to make. And
oh, marvelous. Oh, my goodness.
I love thinking big like this, ladies. I love you, ladies. I'm going to start doing some homework right now.
All work well together.
It's a blessing. Okay, so I'm going to be doing some research. And anybody who has time, please do some research because I want to find out the contacts for her. And then we can do a sample draft letter, make a Google Doc of it, and we can all approve it. And please approve anything that I write, me with my ADD. Please do not ever think that you are insulting me by correcting me and my ADD. I appreciate the help. I'm just telling you.
No worries. And I actually had a corrected one once after that letter, and I don't know where I saved it, and I couldn't find it.
Stinky.
After that.
Well, I think it's still a Google Doc, isn't it? Somewhere?
Was it Google Doc?
I don't know.
Maybe.
We need to make a plan. We need to make, well, we have a planning. What's the name of do we have a Google Doc for event planning? Not a Google Doc, I'm sorry, a Google group for us?
Yes. Yes, remember, because I created it for, when we all signed up for, before when we were doing it with Uhuru, our first fair.
What, do you remember the name of it? I don't even know how to find it anymore.
I know, right? I think if you go to groups, it'll let you know which one you're involved in.
Let's start a new one because I'm not necessarily trying to drag everybody that is not part of this process for these last two. You know what I'm saying? There are lots of people on that group that don't need to be contacted again.
Oh, right. No, I took those people off. I just deleted them.
Oh, okay. It's been pared down to me, you and Tara?
I think I kept Ginny on there.
Ginny's
I think
fine.
I kept Cara.
Cool.
And Hoppin. And that's it. And if nobody responds, nobody responds. And I added Tara, and I added the other woman that was in our first meeting.
Okay, and Micheline? It's good for...
I didn't add Micheline, but I did add Monica.
Add Monica. Micheline is one of those people who will show up and be incredibly helpful, and then you don't hear from her. But when she shows up, she's freaking incredibly helpful. So I want to keep her in the loop. And if there's some way you can remind me, or I'll try to find it myself. If I don't, I'll come crying so we can post stuff on both Facebook and the group, so we have both of those things going. Because if we'll catch people one way or the other. Okay, so we're going to see if we can do Alice Walker. We for sure are going to, when I spoke to the young man whose name escapes me at the moment, but I'll remember it later, he was very flattered and interested in doing, in speaking. So that would be a dynamite event.
Absolutely.
So, looking at time, what do you think of having the event from like 11 to 4? It's like 4 hours. Is that 4 hours?
It's like a long time for a forum, don't you think?
We're going to do an hour of another subject. 2 hours went by like nothing. And we're going to have a meal. I'm going to ask Nita to do food again.
Oh, a meal. That's different. Because when I think of forums, I think of like having it for 2 to 3 hours. I was thinking the same thing.
So what do you think with having food and...
Well, if it's 12 to 4, maybe the last hour could be the food hour.
That's pretty...
Either that or have like 12 to 1, like a roaming around hour, and then have, and then like picking up snacks and stuff, and then 1 to 3 be the forum, and then like the last hour be some networking or something like that. Or asking questions or talking.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's so much information here. When we talked about the circumcision, he was supposed to only be on there for 15 minutes, and he was there half an hour, and I had to stop them. Remember? Because he really wasn't supposed to say anything. We ended up with magical extra time that came from nowhere. I don't understand how that even happened. It's never happened before. We had extra time. So I asked him to just say a few words, and he was supposed to just talk for 15 minutes, but the people kept asking him questions. And so I let it go. So I'm anticipating that the questions and answers is going to be deep, especially if we manage to get Miss Walker there.
Oh, my goodness, Kimmy, that's a...
Because she's going to need to talk. I would love her to have free time to talk. I would love him to have free time to talk. And then I would love questions and answers. 3 hours could fly by. 3 hours could fly by doing that. And in the meantime, like how we had it before we did kind of take a break and people got their plates, but we could also have it that the immunization information is good, because we're starting at lunchtime. I'm feeling like lunch should be more first than last. Because we're starting if we start at noon or even 11, that's lunchtime. So we give them say we do immunization information and then a little break, go get your plate, and then move into the forum. How does that feel?
Here, trick you again. Okay, it's candy. Choo-choo has only 2 wheels.
How does that feel, ladies?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I was thinking because because we're starting at lunchtime,
Yes.
either at 11 or 12 is lunchtime. And my feeling is like, especially if families and kids are involved, we'd want to have lunch available at lunchtime or close to it. So thinking of like opening up the forum, getting into the immunization stuff for the first hour, and then having a break, people can go get their plates, and then moving right into the forum. How does that feel?
Feels good. Yeah.
Because then when they're getting ready to leave at 4, they're getting ready to go home and have their dinner or get ready for dinner.
Right. That's a good point. So you said have a break and then eat, or have
Correct.
it at the end again?
Well, the break, we could do stuff like, entertain them with a little film or something, like people are going to get their plates. Kind of like we did last time. There was a little break just for people to line up and get their food.
Yeah, because that feels better, like having food at like 12 or 1.
Yeah.
And because people will have dinner, like after 5.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so then that's the flow. That is the good flow. So we're talking 11 to 4. So, Zandrea, did you ask Jason about that day? Has he gotten back yet or no?
He hasn't gotten back to yet, no.
Okay. All right. Well, so action steps in the meantime. Tara, do you feel okay and have the time and space to start connecting with the people who were our vendors last time?
I will more than likely next week. I wouldn't.
That's
I
fine.
might be able to do it this week, but next week definitely.
Next week is fine. I'm really thinking about the people who said that they needed 3 months, the people who were our vendors last time, and the people who said, oh, gee, I wish that you had given me more time to get this together. If we can let them know now and go ahead and give them the September date so that they'll mail stuff to us. Do you know what I mean?
Is it going to be the same cost for a vendor table, or will it be less expensive because it's a forum rather than the fair?
I don't think it should be too much less expensive. Well, what do you think? I'm assuming, Tara, since you're asking it, you think it should be?
Well, I'm thinking because the fair is much bigger, that maybe the forum, it could be a little less. But that's just that's not any exact science. That's just me, coming up with something intuitively.
I think that my initial hit is that the vendor table should cost the same no matter what, because I don't want people then that they'll just do the forums and they'll never do a fair because they'll wait for the cheaper tables, because that's human nature. We can offer them a discount or something, but a discount if they do 2 events in a row or something like that. They get a discount, but otherwise we'll just have folks who will be like, we'll just do the forums. And, we do want to raise a good amount of money. I mean, the focus is on getting the foundation started, but then we could also have seed money for the next fair.
Yeah, I'm also thinking that people may not want to, keep paying for different tables. But I don't know. That's just...
No, they're people who in advertising their practices, they run around doing, look what Zandrea is doing with the
yeah, you're right.
That's part of doing business to make sure that you're at these events. And right now, I have to say that this event has really good respect in the community.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like it's becoming...
my own financial stuff that I'm thinking of rather than what people are really doing for their businesses.
Well, sweetheart, that's a piece of it, and that's why I want to make sure you always have a table and that you're always promoting yourself at these events too. Because this is also about us helping these mamas and helping ourselves. You know what I mean? So, that's why all of our practices, our sponsors, we sponsor our own event with our work, and, we should all have a table. We should all, don't worry about if you can't pay for it right now. In the future, you will, because you are right now already paying with your time and energy to help plan.
Yeah.
That counts. That counts big time.
Yep.
Okay? So, that's the piece about empowerment that I want us to have for ourselves as we do this, So I'm thinking that we want to keep the table amount the same, but if they will commit to joining this forum and the next forum in January, let's say they can get a 20% discount. How does that feel?
That's good. 20% is good. I think that's a good amount.
So, if they want to do 2 events at a time, they get a discount.
Right.
Because really everybody who shows up at this, I was so proud of us. I could not miss. I was just crowing on the groups about us and all the stuff we went through. Tara's phone went off, and I was desperately ill. I mean, it was crazy.
I know. I couldn't believe that.
It was crazy. And it was still such a magical day. I ran into people sitting at Whole Foods who had been there, women and friends of mine, and a couple other women heard us talking. They said, "Oh, my God, we were there. It was so beautiful and amazing." Please.
Wow. And it was. And I knew it was going to be okay. I just knew it was going to be okay.
Well, so there you go. So, and you were right about that. And I think that, the sky's the limit. That's why I'm just like, yeah, hell, let's write Alice Walker a letter. Shit.
I know.
Oh, my God, that'd be fabulous. Crazy fabulous.
Absolutely.
Oh, I just found her website.
Okay, I'm looking at her Facebook page right now. I'm trying to...
Alice Walker, the official website. Woo, Lord.
I think we may also want to try and go through someone who knows her personally. I'd like to look it up on my phone, but it would take about an hour to go.
Do you know somebody who's 1 degree from her?
Yeah, like, trying to talk to Reverend E or...
Reverend E?
No, hitting on the face. Stop. Hold on, play mama. I mean, I'll be working at because the bookstore is open during the week, and I'm supposed to go there maybe tomorrow, definitely Wednesday. And if she's there, I can ask her about it. But she's been very ill, so she hasn't been there as much.
Reverend E's been ill? I don't like hearing that.
Oh God, yeah, she's been very ill for the last 3 weeks. Yeah, she got mold in her lungs.
Oh no, that's not good for an elder.
I know.
That's really sucks.
Really ill. But she came to church on Sunday and she looked good, and I'm just still a little worried about her because she's that woman went rock climbing with her grandchildren on her 70th birthday. Hear me? Oh my God. I love her.
That's who I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a mixture between her and Maya Angelou.
I know.
That's the kind of elder I'm shooting for, man.
Hey, still dancing and sexy.
Oh my God, crazy! It's crazy. Okay, I am so excited. This is an exciting phone call.
Yeah, if I see her, I'll ask her about it because she's, she is starting to come around a little bit more. But I am worried because she's talking about death an awful lot.
Well, she is quite the elder. She's over 80 now. I mean.
Yeah, I think she's like 84.
Yeah, she's an elder, and that they talk about that because it's it's going to come for them sooner than later. So bless her beautiful soul. It's going to go straight. Yeah. It's a blessing. I mean, 84 is a beautiful long life. And how many people has she helped? I mean, she's. Anyway, so yeah, of course we want her with us, but 84, come on now, Oh my God, bless her. That's just a beautiful human being. I love her so much. Yeah, please feel free to reach out because that would be great to be able to advertise that puppy boy. Hoo hoo hoo. Okay, so which of her books was about that? Which of her books was speaking to that subject?
Warrior March. Very, very profound. Very profound book. I actually have it, and it's specifically about female genital mutilation.
I am looking at that. That would just take it to a beautiful spiritual level. Oh my God, I'm just looking at this book. It's giving me chills. Oh my God, it's so crazy.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
And I love how she puts on there, please support your local bookstore. So she doesn't even sell it. She doesn't sell the books on her website. She wants you to go to your local bookstore and buy the book. Oh, just love this woman.
I have it. If you want to read it, it's a very hard read.
I can imagine. The topic is a heartbreaker.
Very reality, like hardcore reality-based read. Very, very graphic.
It would have to be. It would have to be. The topic is a heartbreaker. So yeah, I'm prepared to have my heart broken. Yes, I would love to read it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. I'm staring at it right now, so I'll pull it out of my bookcase. Wait, what's the name of the book?
Warrior Marks.
Warrior Marks.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember reading it, and then I remember going to a talk about it. It was very emotional.
So we need to get a local bookstore who will agree to show up to sell this book. Maybe we'll talk to the people over at Walden Pond Books over there on Grand Avenue, like a local bookstore.
Or even Marcus Books, even though I'm a little upset with them, but...
What happened with them? Because that's important. Why are you upset with them?
Well, it's not so much upset with them. There's just kind of like a mini feud between the San Francisco and Oakland stores, and San Francisco Marcus, which was, the first black bookstore in the state.
Right.
Is closing down.
I saw that. And they're fighting to save themselves, or people are fighting to save them or something.
Yeah, and it's just become this huge mess, and I'm just like, I haven't even been able to go there, and I really wanted to go before they closed down, but
Why has it become a mess? Is there an argument between the two stores? That's sad.
Well, the family. There's been issues between the family.
Are they owned by the same people?
Yeah, it's a family-owned business. One sibling runs one store, and the other sibling runs the other, and lots of jealousy from one person to another, and it's just a lot of stuff.
I'm really sad to hear that. We got to get over our internalized depression as people of color, man. Fighting with each other like that,
That's pretty much it. But it's just, in terms of San Francisco, an outside party bought the home and the property already, and they've been trying to fight that.
Oh, my God.
And, yeah, I didn't know it had gotten so bad, and my friend, who's the granddaughter of Miss Richardson, told me, she said, yeah, they're not budging. They bought it, and
they're not going to let it go.
Yeah, they're like, they've been in court, and they're like, you want to do something with it? And I'm just like, are you serious? This is a historical landmark, and they tried to go through that process as well.
To get formalized?
Yeah.
But they weren't able to do it?
Say that again?
They weren't able to make that happen, to make it formal, to make it an official, city landmark?
Apparently it's just too late.
Oh, my gosh. What a shame. What a loss. And it sounds like they even reached out to the community too late. I mean, this has been going on, and I'm just starting to hear about this in the past 2-3 months.
Well, the community has been really reaching. This has been going on for almost a year now.
Really?
The city has been helping. The community has really been helping. There have been people who have just been, paying rent and giving them money to pay rent and to help out. And
wow.
It's been a mess, and the feud has been going on for a while, and I don't want to, get into specifics, but...
Okay.
you know, and the court process has been like this long, old, drawn-out thing, and I just found out about the court process, and the people who bought just aren't budging, and the judge apparently isn't being very, which is shocking to me in a certain way.
Yeah.
But the judge apparently is just not being very, you know, cool when it comes to markets. You know, you would think that a San Francisco judge, even though they're in their own level of shady, would still be like, oh, that's a historical landmark, but they're like, well, no, sorry.
Well, is it an African-American judge? Is it an African-American judge?
No, probably not.
Well, there you go.
And then Marie story?
It's like it depends on who thinks what is important, you know? An African-American judge maybe would put more importance on it. But it's also about so the property's already been sold to other people.
I'm very loyal to the San Francisco store, so there's part of me that's like, I don't want to go to Oakland and ask them for anything. But it would be good to have a Black-owned bookstore there with, you know, the book.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that is appropriate, considering, you know, doing an event in Oakland, and the Oakland store is not in danger of being closed. It's the San Francisco store, so we should support the one we have. But I feel I appreciate your feelings about it. I know where they're coming from.
But I think she's done signings at both stores, so she would have connections to either one.
That might be another way.
I mean, if we could get her in the bookstore, I think that would be a good thing.
It certainly would be a good thing to bring out the African-American community. So.
Yeah, definitely. And they would definitely do good advertising. And it would be enough time to get it out in their card, their flyer.
Yep. Okay. So you're going to reach out to Reverend E. Why don't I reach out to Marcus Books in Oakland so you don't have to do it and stay loyal to San Francisco?
That works.
Okay. I respect that. I totally respect that. Okay, so.
I've been so I don't even want to deal with Oakland.
I understand.
You know, the stuff
I feel you 2,000,000%. So I will take a walk over to Marcus Books here. The one here in Oakland is not far from me. And hopefully the next couple of days the sun will come back and I can take a nice walk over there and talk to them. Okay, so we have a date, though not confirmed. We have a subject. We have potential guest. We have potential guest speaker. We have a definite guest speaker, and we have a amount for the vendor tables, and at a discount if they do this one and the January one.
Good.
At 2 events. And we have Tara is going to begin to reach out to the past vendors and the ones who needed 3 months to ship stuff to us, just to start feeling the waters and letting them know what's going on. Hopefully, I'm sure by tomorrow we'll have a confirmation because Jason is pretty prompt. What do you think?
Yes, I agree. I think so. He responded really quickly.
Yeah, exactly. He did. So we want to, as soon as we get that confirmation, I think Tara should go ahead and start making the phone calls no matter what, because those people have to get stuff in. The people who have to get stuff in the mail to us really need to get going.
Yeah.
So, go ahead with the people who needed more time, Tiny Tots, the Floridex people, whoever you remember speaking to last time who said, we need more time or we'll do it next time. We want to hit those people first.
Well, we still have tons of Floridex, but
we don't have that much Floridex because we've been giving it to clients.
Okay, Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we've been giving it to clients, so it's great to have a bunch of it, actually. So just have it around, because the pregnant mommies have been needing it, and they can't afford to get it.
I know.
So, and if you need some, there's boxes of it sitting here. Since they're crazily free with it, I mean, they just give it out, which is great.
Maybe I'll ask for 1,000 bottles this time.
Go for it. Because it's not going to go to waste. We gave out a bunch we're having forums now ongoing, and then there's clients who will be needing it, because these pregnant young mommies their nutrition is through the roof hideous. It's getting worse and worse. It's the worst. It's the worst in my professional career I've seen. I used to always be very blasé about teen moms and how they could just have their babies. I am not anymore. I am terrified for them, like I'm terrified for the over 35-year-old moms now. It breaks my heart.
Wow.
Just purely because they don't eat, and they don't eat, and what they do eat is crap.
Right.
So it's a mess. Yeah, and we need for sure a straight up forum on nutrition. Straight up, like 3 hours on nutrition. That's not a bad idea.
Right. Exactly.
And just like sitting down and having
people. You wanted me to start my training for the doulas.
That's September.
In September. September or October?
That's October. You're right.
Yeah.
Feel free to correct my butt. I mean, there's so much. I mean, we could have you and Tara be the speakers on that one. That would be fabulous.
Exactly.
And you guys can just decide what aspect that you wanted to focus on, and both of you are brilliant geniuses on the subject. So that would be great.
And one of my colleagues, who is also an IN graduate, she focuses on moms who are pre-moms, so fertility issues and nutrition.
Oh, there you go. That's right.
So we have pre-pregnancy, prenatal, postnatal.
Ooh, Lord in heaven.
Good stuff.
That looks like in April, and everybody having their own workshop. We could talk about that more. I'm just saying.
Right. And I know a gentleman who it's his job to create landscapes. And actually, I had a friend of mine, not landscapes, but he grew up on a farm. So his job right now, he created a business where he goes into schools and teaches the youth how to garden and plant their own gardens and eat from the land. And I would like maybe him to come, or my friend who's a chef. So if we're doing more women power, my friend Minoria is a chef, and
oh my gosh, I wish we could do a cooking. I wish we could do a cooking class.
She's doing nutrition as well. She's doing she went to Bowman College, and so she talks about, she works with families, or works with her clients, and kind of makes meals for them and makes them stock, like beef stock and chicken stock and such, so they can actually have it for a certain amount of time, depending on what food plan she's put them on.
Oh, that sounds great.
She's amazing.
We need that. We
venture together with children.
That would be beyond amazingly fabulous.
And she would be down for that, absolutely.
Okay, see, once we start planning, it gets crazy. All right, so for right now, we're focusing on September, but that sounds great. I mean, that could be our whole next fair in April. Nutrition from soup to nuts. And with each of you having a workshop, and each of you being on the panel and your friend as well. Oh my God, oh my God. I'm thrilled already. Thrilled.
That sounds like a whole separate forum, though, just doing nutrition in one day.
Well, that's why it would be that's why it's a great fair, because we could just have like 2-3 workshops and a panel all on nutrition.
Yeah.
That would rock the house.
Point.
You know, that's the
And we
fair.
have breakout groups, you know.
And we could have breakout groups.
There.
So I'm just writing it down so we can not forget that we said it.
Right, exactly.
Nutrition in
And have
April.
them repeat so people don't miss out on one. So like every hour,
Uh-huh.
or have like three workshops in 3 hours.
Yup. Yup. Okay, that's
You know, half an hour, 45 minutes, so we're not, you know, inundated with time or whatever.
Absolutely. Okay. So we'll get back to planning that, but nutrition is written down, so God's already working on it because we wrote it down. So we're cool with all of our action steps right at the moment for right now.
Yeah.
And so the next step would be to plan when we're going to meet again, or, you know, whether we want to do it in face meeting or another phone conference.
Seems like, it seems like phone seems to work for all of us. So I'd love to see you ladies in person.
I know, but I would love to see everybody in person, and, you know, we'll do what allows us to consistently meet.
Mhm.
So how does it feel? Do we want to plan a meeting? Do we want to meet again? Do we want to talk again next week? My initial hit on that should be yes. I feel we should try to do weekly if we can.
Right. I want to meet at the Parkway.
We won't be able to get
Happy hour now. Happy hour? Well, at the Parkway Theater, they have a time you can just you don't have to go to the movie anymore. You can just go and sit and drink wine and hang out.
Oh, we can have a meeting at the Parkway Cafe?
Yes.
It's very loud there. I'm half deaf.
No. Let's start on a weekend, but I think a weekday. I'm not sure how loud it is on a weekday. I can walk by one day.
That's true. And when are they open for business?
The Parkway Theater is open.
I love that place.
Every weekend from 12 to like midnight or something, and then during the week I think they open around 3 or 4. They have Monday 4:30 is Baby Brigade.
Oh, I love Baby Brigade.
Mhm.
That's early.
You're right, exactly. So 4:30, because you know some babies are napping or getting ready, or mamas need to nap, and then the babies are getting ready for bed at 6:30. So they have a 4:30 show and a 6:30 show. So
do you want to try to? Does it work for everybody to try to meet in person next Monday at 3 at the Parkway?
I can do 3. So those will be.
You have to work, right, Tara?
Yeah.
Bummer. That was a good idea.
I know. I mean, they're also open. I think they're open Tuesdays too. But so it's Monday. I think it's Monday through Friday, from 3 o'clock on. Monday I couldn't. Monday is my busy day. I couldn't do until like 7 o'clock. Tuesday I can do. It just would depend on the time.
Tuesday at 3 might be possible. I have to double check something before I commit. So can we make a soft agreement for next Tuesday at 3 at the Parkway?
Yes. And I'll check on it as well.
Does that work for you too, Tara? I didn't hear you.
I don't think I can do it until 5:30 on Tuesday.
Oh, stinky. Okay.
Okay. Hey, okay, speak down.
Friday's not going to work.
Only because, like, next Tuesday, next week is, and I only have one day to take Jossie to martial arts, and that would be Tuesday.
And Tuesday's martial arts day. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Tuesday and Thursday, but I can't take him Thursday because it's 4th of July.
Right, and I'm out of town the 3rd. I'm out of town the 3rd. I need to remember that. I'm sorry. You need to remember that you're out of town. All right. Do we want to let's do another phone conference next Monday. Does that work? And then next week, Next Monday, another phone conference at 7 or 8?
Sounds good.
Which one is the best? I would love it to be 8 if we can have that.
I think it's 7, I think.
7 is better?
Yeah, I think it works that way. I can start putting him down earlier.
Okay. Okay, well Tara was fine either way, so I will give to the 7. Okay, so let's start working on our action steps, and we will meet by this same system. The numbers are all going to be the same and whatnot. Next Monday by 7 p.m.
7 o'clock.
7 p.m. Yes. Is someone in the tub?
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish we could do video conferencing. So cute. Give him a splash from Nana. Nana says the splash is for you. Splash.
He's all about splashing.
Yay. I'm all about the splashing myself. I love that. Okay.
Splash with his feet, and I'm talking to him, he's so dangerous. I'm falling or something.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Oh.
So cute. All right, ladies. So is anyone else wants to say or add before we close? Because we managed to get a good hour and a half meeting. And what time is this? Yeah. Well, we did good. Any final words?
No, thank you.
Yay. We rock, man. We're amazing women.
Yeah.
And, all these blessings that we're doing for other mamas, we will be blessed as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So sweet ladies, I will talk to you next Monday, if not before.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, that's right. Thank you, Tara. I'll make sure. Don't even ask for gas money. I'm going to make sure you have it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Much love and thanks. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Have a good night.
Good night.
Nighty night. Tomorrow. Yes, you are going to be with me tomorrow.